Why choosing the right instruments and pro sound design can make all the difference in your song.
Hi there, today in this video I'm going to show you some secret tricks that make your tracks feel alive. It's a technique called call and response, and I'll show you how I used call and response in my latest track, I Only Think of You. You've heard this in every great house track, two sounds talking to each other, and once you hear it you can't unhear it. This is called call and response. It's one of the oldest tricks in music. It's older than house itself, it's older than electronic music, it's older than recorded music itself, and it's definitely older than me. And it's the difference between a track that sounds flat and a track that feels alive. So I'm going to show you exactly what it does to your sound, how to use it in your own productions. But first we need some lush chords. So this track is in F minor, and we have F minor 7, A flat major 7, D flat major 9, B flat minor 11 and E flat, and it sounds like this. So with these chord progressions, they share a lot of notes, a lot of these chords. So for example, F minor, F flat major 7 share F, A flat and C, A flat major 7 and D flat major 7 share A flat and C, B flat minor 9 contains almost every note from the previous set of chords. So that's why it's great for a smooth voice leading track and for sequencing pads or chord stabs. Okay, it keeps the track flowing and it keeps the progression nice and tight. So now we've got some chords, we need a melody. You can feel that melody sort of moving along, and for this we're using a pluck, Nexus pluck. It's called Waterhouse Pikes, and it's from the old factory presets. So the trick to do with this melody now, it's quite a complicated melody, but the thing is what you can do now is you can split the melody out into different instruments. So what you can do is you can take the top bit of the melody, maybe just that section, maybe that, and we can put it into a different layer, different instrument. And you can take the middle section, okay, here or here, depending on where your voice is, and take the bottom layer. That's it for the bass. It's not an exact science, but you know, you can take the different layers within that full melody, and if it sounds right, then you know you can go with that. So what we've got here is a top melody on a Nexus plucked instrument called Woody, again from the old factory presets. And that sounds like this. And then we have top melody again, repeated in this section. It's using a Nexus Waterhouse Pikes. You can see here in this mid melody pluck here, we've gone from a full melody to a reduced melody. Now the drop section here, we're using the full melody as you'd probably expect in a drop to give it depth, and I'm using a synth, a generic synth. We're just using a saw wave, a basic envelope, and a cut-off filter. And there's just delay and reverb on that, so this is just a little bit of sound design. It's a generic synth, but I just love it. It sounds so good. So that sounds like this. So that is basically the leads and the chord sections. Now if I go up to the bass now, we can see we've got a respace here. So it's a serum respace. I often use respace anyway in house tracks, and it sounds like this. So we've got a little bit of pulsing in that. That's because we've got sidechain here. Okay, on the kick. So for that, I just took the lower notes of the chord structure. Okay, and then we have a pad bass. So this is using Nexus again. It's called Fast Chords. It's a pad, and this is using the drop. And this took the middle part of the melody, as you see there. And then we've got a vocal chop type of melody which appears at the end of the drop and in the breakdown section to give it some different flavour. And this is just using a PML, this is a lead, vocal lead, and that sounds like this. So that was taking the top melody but moving it down a couple of octaves, and that's how you get that different characteristic. So those are the basic elements of the song. There's one really important bit, and that's the beats. And in terms of call and response, the beats are also really important, the beats along with the bass. So with this song what I did was, I've got a top loop here. And you can see for the verse, you can see there's gaps. So that's just like stopping and starting quality. But in these gaps here, that allows the vocals to come in, other instruments and layers to come in, like the synth, the arps, the bass, stabs, the synth stabs, etc. You see it goes silent, so there's a lot of room there for other instruments to come in and sort of use this call and response sort of effect with different instruments. So you get one instrument coming in and then you get a response with similar sort of melody or inverse melody coming in with the other instrument. We've got a kick here in the drop. Okay, this is on the downbeat, and we also have a top loop. And we have snare section. This is in the build up. And we have some fast fill snares in there. And later on the drop change we have there's a kick reverb, start the verse. Okay, so that's about it, but those beats together sound really nice like this. So how have I used these different instrument layers to get call and response? So look, I need to bring the vocals in here. I need to understand how this fits in as well. So if we come from the intro here, you can see we have the vocal chops working, different octaves, so you've got this. So in the vocals itself we have a call and response, so we have a female voice coming in and there's a message and a story, and then we've got the male vocals coming in afterwards. So you're getting that contrast between the different vocal timbres, and that keeps interest in the song. But you can also, as I said earlier about the drums come in and out, Okay, so the main loop. So let's listen to that again. So in this gap here, there's no main loop. Okay, and you can also hear sort of a little bit of call and response with the synths after the female voice, so if you listen carefully. So in this section, just as the male voice finishes, we have the synths come in at the end. And the build-up, we have the melody, the plucks coming in. Okay, and we also have this wobbly lead as well, okay, which is using the top line melody that sounds like this. Let's listen to the whole build-up. The call and response section there, where we've got the vocals coming in and then we have this wobbly lead responding. Okay, at the end of the drop, then we have a drop change. Breakdown section, we've got the female voice, and then we've got this ad-lib male chorus over the top as well, and this is responding in the gaps here. We've got a call and then we've got a response where this bit's coming in, so listen to that again. So that's all about call and response. Don't forget to follow the channel, like, comment, give me your feedback. I'd love to hear from you. See you again next time.